Hi Pisces, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into this, I would like to set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. So what I'm seeing is that there's going to be something that sparks your interest that is coming towards you. This is not something that I'm seeing you be aware of yet. Maybe something that you're learning about, but it's almost like I'm seeing something going on in the nighttime. And it's like as the clouds move, the moon is revealed to you. And it's something that you had not been seeing before, something that maybe had been a bit foggy, but something that becomes very clear, like as the clouds move, as the fog moves, something like that. Okay. Maybe this is a point that we're going to be getting to. I'm seeing that there may be some stuck feelings when it comes to the heart chakra that we're feeling right now. Like maybe some anxiety. Maybe you feel like you're having a hard time moving on from something as well. But I'm seeing you almost recognize this and recognize as well that in order for you to move out of this place where you may be feeling stuck or somewhat anxious, you also need to clear something out to move away from it. It's like maybe you feel like you're done thinking about something, or like you've given yourself enough time to process and now it's time to move forward. I'm looking at Libra and Capricorn as I split the deck. I'm hearing high and mighty. Okay, yeah, so I'm seeing you recognize it's time to move on from something. As I said before, you could have been feeling like you were a bit stuck for some time, and then maybe also realize that there was healing, clearing that needed to be done in the heart chakra. Maybe you were also having a hard time moving on for whatever reason. It was like there was something that was keeping you stuck. But I'm almost seeing you recognize that this is something self-imposed, and I'm getting that like whatever residual energy was hanging around, I'm seeing you put a final end to this. Like I'm seeing you finally finish a cycle that needed to be cleared. I'm seeing you prepare for this and be ready for this as well. So it's something that finally comes now. And you also recognize that, like, maybe even the only reason you weren't moving on is because something that you were maintaining energetically is what I'm hearing. But I'm seeing you recognize this also and be like, okay, it's time to move. Because you weren't getting what you wanted. I was getting in whatever situation that was. And I'm seeing that there's some type of new opportunity that's coming through for you. And it's something I'm hearing that's not going to be like the last, Pisces. There's definitely a sense of clinging on to something, but as I said before, I'm seeing us move on from this. It's like you recognize that it's also your responsibility as well, if you want to move on and clear the heart space, to actually be doing the work to do that here. And I'm seeing it's like as you're stepping into a more proactive energy, I'm seeing somebody as well that is proactive stepping into your life in some type of way. I'm seeing there almost be some sort of trade-in that we're doing. It's like maybe there had been a person or a group of people that you'd been hanging out with, and it's almost like because you recognize you need to move on from a certain situation, I'm seeing you kind of gravitate towards maybe even a different group of people here or a different person. People that you feel are supportive of you, people you feel like you're getting along with well. I'm hearing more my style, and I'm also hearing more my speed. So maybe something just wasn't resonating with you anymore, and you recognize that it had come time to move on from this. You could have also been having a hard time getting moving as well. Maybe the type of energy that you were feeling stuck in also felt, I'm almost getting this energy like you were encased within something and you were trying to like break out of some sort of glass box. This is really interesting. So it's like finally you figured out how to crack this thing and how to move out of it so you could actually go towards where you want to go. But you also needed to recognize that it was up to you to kind of get yourself out of that stuck space that you were in. And I'm seeing you starting something new. For some of you, this is a new project that you're going to be working on. For some of you, this is some new type of collaboration. For others of you, this could be even a new relationship. I'm seeing something that's just starting, something for sure that you manifested. I'm seeing that whoever this person is that comes through, because I am getting it almost like you meeting someone in some capacity. I'm seeing that this person is helping you resolve something as well. Like, it's almost like somebody comes in and it feels like divine timing that this person comes through for you, and I'm seeing them also assist you with moving through something that you needed to move through. Like, I'm seeing this person's energy be really encouraging and empowering, Pisces, whoever this person is. It's like someone that's reminding you of your effectiveness, and maybe you did need some sort of reminder, because I'm seeing that whatever experience it was that you were having beforehand, it was something that you may have felt a bit powerless within, and maybe feeling stuck in that hurt, and also like whatever ending it was that you were going through. I'm hearing you came into my life at the perfect time. I'm looking at Gemini and I'm looking at Mercury. Maybe someone has their Mercury in the 3rd house, maybe Mercury in Gemini. I'm also hearing conjunct. Interesting. Mercury does rule Gemini. Alright, so now I'm looking at the 10 of Pentacles. I'm seeing you getting more clear here on what it is that you want. And I'm seeing you also get more comfortable with expressing this as well. Maybe things that feel ideal to you, what it is you're trying to build, where you're trying to get to. Yeah. I'm seeing there be some sort of clarification when it comes to where you're trying to go. And I'm seeing you be more confident, more comfortable with being vocal about your findings. Like, I'm seeing there be a process where there was some time that was needed. You may have kind of disconnected from others and been hanging out more by yourself or within your home or within some sort of space where you could kind of relax and rebuild and almost kind of dream up or figure out what it was that you wanted when it comes to like where you're trying to go, what it is that you're trying to achieve now, maybe making some sort of list or having some sort of vision of what your stability looks like to you, what it is that you want to be building. And maybe you're also finding that you feel more centered as well when you take that time for yourself and you move into a more introspective space. Then I'm seeing you kind of pop out of that and be comfortable, maybe even socializing more. So it's like you had the time that you needed to yourself, and then I'm seeing you kind of come out of your shell a bit here. With someone is what I'm hearing. Yeah. I'm seeing there be some sort of... I'm hearing beating the odds. This is interesting. I'm seeing like two people here meeting each other, but it's only after you have had time to like be on your own or like keep to yourself a bit. It's like you needed that time to kind of connect back maybe with yourself, and then I'm seeing you branching out. Maybe there's also been a sense of work that's put in when it comes to the ways that you're expressing your feelings. And I'm seeing some sort of connection that you have with someone that feels appealing to you and someone that you get along well with. It's interesting. I'm looking at Virgo here, and we saw Gemini in the first spread, and Mercury rules both of those, and we did see the Magician as well. Okay, so there's a decision that needs to be made. Maybe when you were having time to yourself, you could have come across somebody in some way, maybe been introduced to someone. I'm also hearing tripped upon them. And I'm seeing some sort of decision that needs to be made. I'm getting that this is about communicating feelings. Remember, energies can always be reversed. But I'm seeing you almost like maybe even light up. I'm looking at Scorpio energy here. Maybe even light up at the fact that like you find someone or something appealing. Something that you want to make some sort of advancement for because you're recognizing there's some sort of stirring when it comes to feelings that you have. And I'm seeing someone here working on getting ready to communicate something. Like maybe even clarifying feelings to a person. I'm seeing there be a lot of thought put in when it comes to what is going to be said. And I am seeing a new beginning here for you, and I'm seeing it directly linked with someone. I'm seeing a nice balance of feminine and masculine energy as well. I'm seeing something that balances out very, very smoothly is what I'm hearing. Like there's a lot of harmony within this connection with this person. You would perceive this person as being creative. You may also recognize yourself as being creative as well. Whatever message it is that's going to be communicated when it comes down to the way someone's feeling, I'm seeing a lot of work and focus being put into this. Like a lot of this message and the thoughts about how this is curated being tempered here in a way where a lot of thought has been put into it. Like there's definitely a sense of deliberateness with the way that one wants to communicate and to communicate effectively as well. I'm seeing Scorpio and I'm seeing Virgo here. Okay, I'm seeing that there's also shadow work that's being done. You could have been in a situation with someone. I'm hearing double cross. You could have been in a situation where you felt like someone betrayed you. I'm seeing this be something that already happened. This was someone from the past. And maybe there's also a sense of worrying that like some type of situation is going to repeat itself. But I'm seeing that like whatever this, like possibly even paranoia or hypervigilance that we're feeling, Pisces, this is something that we're tempering. I'm seeing this be part of shadow work that we're addressing. Like I'm definitely seeing this in, I'm hearing rhetorical mind frame. Okay. Okay, but this is going to be balanced out. As I said before, there's like some sort of subconscious takeaway that you had from a past experience, and I'm seeing that this is something that you're working through right now. It's like if you're expecting a situation to go in a certain way, most likely it is going to be in that way. So it's like if you're expecting for there to be a sort of like deception tied in with a relationship, like you may recognize that there could be a tendency to sabotage, but it's like if you're working through whatever aspect of the shadow is that you're recognizing, I'm seeing you bring a sense of balance to this. It's like recognizing that maybe there's still some shadow work that's needed, healing work that's needed based off of some type of situation that has already occurred, okay? That you may recognize was still affecting you in some way. Ooh. I'm looking at Aquarius popping out. I'm seeing something that we're healing from. Whatever time it was that the light went out, I definitely would recommend looking up the angel number of that. Could be a specific message for someone. I'm seeing double Aquarius here. I'm seeing something that we're healing from. Yeah, some type of situation that may have even felt confusing, like you may have not known where you stood with something or even recognized the impact that a certain situation has had on you, and I'm seeing you recognize this in pursuing the shadow work that's needed, and I'm seeing finally something balance out, something stabilizing for you, and I'm seeing there be much more clarity when it comes to a past situation, what had happened, maybe even moving beyond whatever that was and being able to like freely move into the next cycle for yourself. And I'm seeing that this next cycle that you're moving into, I'm seeing it, I'm looking at the Ace of Cups, I'm looking at the Sun on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I'm seeing somebody come through and make an offer to you. As I said before, remember energies can always be reversed. You could be making an offer to someone. This can be somebody that you're meeting through work. Or you guys may work in the same arena, something like that. So, this seems like it's about taking a chance here with something new that's coming into your life. And maybe even resorting to some new perspective that you want to be adopting that's going to help you move in the direction where you're trying to go. And this is also about working through a situation in the past that may have had some sort of hazy effect on your perception when it comes to relationships, and I'm seeing something that you're working through here. I'm definitely getting a sense of like being tied up with someone that in some way their true colors were revealed, and this may have been a difficult process for us to accept, and beyond just accepting this, it was also about being able to move on in a healthy direction. Rather than feeling paranoid like something is going to repeat itself, it's about knowing that a lesson is completed and knowing that this was something that came into your life for you to gain some sort of insight or skill into. Like, it may have given you something that you needed. It was definitely some sort of karmic contract that you had with someone, and I'm seeing us moving beyond this. It's like finally feeling like you're in a place where you're getting a step in the direction of where you want to be going, taking a step in the direction where you want to be going. I'm seeing balance that we're establishing when it comes to our relationships. I'm getting something going on with Saturn here. Maybe something with the 7th house. This can also have to do with interpersonal relationships, partnerships. I'm seeing like some type of healing, clearing that we're doing when it comes to Saturn energy. Definitely a big lesson that we learned. So I'm looking at you, Pisces. I'm looking at Libra, Aquarius. I'm looking at Saturn, and I'm looking at Leo here. And I'm getting that this is about getting connected with something that feels very pure to you. But there's definitely, yeah, something that feels very pure to you, something that feels very happy to you. I'm getting a big highlight, Pisces, on the 5th house for you. Like maybe something significant within your birth chart when it comes to partnerships. I'm hearing love connections, maybe something with Venus. We are looking at Libra here. All right, my friends, we are going to end it here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.